Hi, this is Mike Gerdes with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And of course, this is Wonder Dog Yoga. Hey, we're coming to you today with another love note. And what I wanted to ask you today is how many times have you beaten up on yourself today? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. How many times have you done something and then went, ah! Or you said, I am stupid, or I am dumb, or what a stupid thing to do, or ridiculed yourself in any way, whether you did it verbally or you just did it in your own mind. How many times today have you done that? Probably more than once. And here's the problem. You see, there's one mind. That mind is God's mind. The conscious mind that you think with is the volitional part. It's basically God mind knowing itself by means of you. That sounds like really deep. We could go into a lot of theorizing and talking about that. But the point of it is that your subconscious mind is the law of God in your life, is the access you have to the universal laws of mind. What that does is receives the impress of those thoughts, acts upon them, and makes your life. Bottom line is, as you believe, so it is done unto you. You've heard that somewhere before. And that's the reason why. Your conscious thought, received by your subconscious mind, manifests as form. And so when you say, I am stupid, you're only going to wind up getting more stupid and finding more things for you to be ridiculed about or ridicule others about. Likewise, when you say, I love myself, I'm smart, I'm capable, I can do this, good things start to happen for you. You know, the problem a lot of us have is that we don't value ourselves enough. You know, the I am that I am, the I am that you are, is Spirit Almighty expressing itself and knowing itself by means of you, by means of me. We have we're here on a mission from God, as the Blues Brothers would say, to express and experience the greater idea of love and life and for God to better know itself by means of us. And so it's really important that we don't ridicule ourselves. It's really important that we don't tear ourselves down in any way. Because really to do so is taking the name of the Lord, the I am, in vain. And we hear you shouldn't do that. I'm telling you, now you know why we shouldn't do that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was decisions. All right, if you're in a situation where something goes not the way you would like, you have a decision to make how you're going to respond to it. You can either react, and when we react, we generally tear ourselves down or get angry or get mad at all those useless behaviors, or we could choose to respond. Now, the law of growth says that our growth is not along a straight line. We're going to have dips and valleys, and we're going to learn things, and we're going to find out the ways not to learn things. Everything is not a straightforward line. So for us to expect that it is ignorance. We must expect that we're going to run into quote-unquote difficulties. We're going to run into situations where life is going to tell us not no, but not this way. And if we look at the setbacks, or if we look at the roadblocks that we come up with, we encounter on our road to success, on our road to experiencing whatever it is that we want to experience, we can find ourselves responding in an intelligent way. You have a decision to make. Are you going to react to situations, or are you going to respond to situations? Somebody told me once that what they wanted to do was just tap into spirit and go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Well, you know, God doesn't know it's mine for you until you make up your mind. God's will isn't known until you make up your mind, until I make up my mind. Well, what about this going with the flow stuff? Well, you might wind up somewhere, but this is for sure. In my experience, Only twigs, sticks, and dead fish always go with the flow. Now, we are not sticks, twigs, and dead fish. We have a responsibility to make choices, to make decisions, to use this volitional will we have to decide what kind of a life that we're here to live. Now, I agree with tapping into divine mind and allowing it to guide us and direct us, and then using our wills to make sure that we're keeping focused towards that goal, towards the realization of that which we wish to be experiencing or bringing forth in this life. That's a wonderful place for will. It's a wonderful place for us to be. But we're not just going with the flow. We're doing what's in front of us to do that is ours to do. And proper use of the mind is ours to do. I'm going to ask you this week. I'm going to ask you tomorrow. I'm going to ask you today to think of something good about yourself. And I want you to repeat that over and over and over and over again today. Now, it could be just one thing, or you can list 5 or 10 things. But the important part is that I want you to fully embody this idea of your goodness. It could be, I am kind. I love dogs. Or I love cats. Dogs love me, cats love me, birds love me. People love me. I am loved, I am lovable. If I say I am loved and I am lovable, and I really start to embody that, just think of that. I am loved and I am lovable. I am loved and I am lovable. And as you subjectify that idea, as you allow that to move within your heart, move within your mind, you will find your life transforming into a much more loving life. If you affirm that I am healthy, whole, and handsome or beautiful, depending on who you might be, and really start to feel that, you're going to start looking in the mirror and say, hey, that's all right, rather than the opposite. I'm asking you, let's spend some time today, tomorrow, and this week. It doesn't have to be a lot of things, but one thing, 2 things, 3 things that you really subjectify, really take to heart, that you really embrace about yourself, that are positive, good, affirming things. And then let's see how our lives change. They say that the world is a mirror to the king and the slave. It's your choice to, and yoga's choice, it's your choice as to which that's going to be. Are you going to be the slave? Or are you going to be the king or queen? It's your choice. That's all I've got for you today. I do want to invite you to tune in tomorrow to Dr. Maxine Kay's Love Note. And I want you to pay attention to Sunday morning at 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time for her live stream show from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It's a wonderful production. Now, to find links to that and to find links to our Love Notes records we've had, all you need to do is go to www.cslphilly.org, and you'll go to our website. It's a beautiful website. And there you'll find all kinds of things that keep your interest and provide you some guidance. It'll direct you to classes that we're going to be doing, and also direct you to a place where you could make some contributions. You know, one of the things that I notice is that our giving is really a spiritual barometer as to where we're putting our practice and what we feel about trusting in Spirit, trusting in God. I just throw that out there for you to consider. Again, thanks for joining us today, and you are loved and lovable, and remember, only sticks, dead twigs, and dead fish go with the flow. Bye-bye.